All right, we're building up the drum set with the AUDIX D6 on the kick drum. We're going to move on to the next element in the chain, which is the snare drum, which we're going to be using the AUDIX I5, and Mike's going to talk about that.
The second mic I'm going to add into the mix, if you will, is going to be a snare drum mic, especially if I'm playing more contemporary styles of music where it's driven by the kick and the snare. If I'm in a smaller venue where I may not need the overheads, this is going to be my setup, kick and snare. I use the I5, and it's positioned, you can see, it's pointing towards the center of the drum. And what this is going to do is accentuate the fundamental pitch of the drum and minimize the ring that comes from the edge of the snare drum. This is what it sounds like. There's a lot of fatness to that sound. Now, the second position I would use if I'm playing, let's say, lighter styles of music like jazz, I'm going to point the mic towards the edge of the drum. What that's going to do is accentuate the ring or the overtones that are generated from the edge of the drum and minimize the fundamental pitch. It also is going to help reject some of the sound around the snare drum, like the hi-hat and the toms, from bleeding into the microphone. You can hear it's a lot brighter and ringier sound.
The i5 microphone is definitely the go-to workhorse for the AUDIX line. You can use that microphone on anything. It'll work on guitar cabs, you can sing into it, you can also work on rack toms, but the snare, it really shines.
Here's a quick tip. If I want a little more presence or snap on the snare drum, I'm going to use a second mic placed to capture the underside head and the snares. It's generally a condenser mic, in this case an SCX1. Here's what it sounds like with just the top mic. Here's what the bottom mic alone sounds like. Here's what they sound like together. Generally, the phase is flipped on the bottom mic.